Another new character already seems to be hinted at in Bray Wyatt's story, so we'll see what that's about. We'll also check out the latest theories with Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre. Let's start things off with Bray's new mysterious few characters that were quickly teased on SmackDown. One segment before Bray Wyatt came out on SmackDown and while Uncle Howdy was talking. This short video aired that had a few quick glances at possible new followers for Bray Wyatt. The first teaser was a teaser we discussed a few times already with the mysterious eye. Some fans think that the eye most definitely belongs to a woman, so Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss are high on the list of suspects for that eye. Then the second character teased was an individual with long hair and a plain white mask. Fans were able to screenshot the long hair masked individual and even inverted the colors. When you invert the colors, it looks like the long hair individual is in a bedroom of an ordinary house. And the main individual that everyone automatically jumped to for this masked person was Bray's brother, Bo Dallas. Reports also claim that Bo Dallas is returning to WWE in the near future. And as soon as that news came out, fans wondered if we would finally see Bray and Bo paired up on WWE television together. The brothers worked together a few years ago, but it was a tag team feud where they were going against each other on opposite teams. We never saw the brothers actually fighting alongside each other. So what better way for Bray to build a new Wyatt family than with his actual brother? And fans have also brought up the point of how Liv is connected to Bo Dallas as well. Liv and Bo have been rumored to be together for a few years now. So what if they do bring that real-life relationship onto WWE television as even more of a reason for how Liv is getting tangled into everything related to Bray Wyatt? That could be really interesting. As far as Bray Wyatt's actual SmackDown promo, it was only a few minutes long. But the emotional and story depth that he brought with the promo is absolutely insanely deep. It's been several days, but fans are still discussing it, trying to find deeper meanings and hints. A lot of fans feel like Bray will just be split, half good and half extremely evil. Some fans are even discussing how they don't even trust the good side of Bray Wyatt. Is that version of Bray Wyatt fully telling the truth, or is he also being dishonest? Someone that jumped onto this theory was Chris Jericho. Jericho was asked for his thoughts on Bray's promo, and he said he's not buying a single word Bray said, but how he loves it. So was Bray lying with some of the things that he said on SmackDown and bending the truth a bit with his words? The character is famously known for being this Joker and Riddler type of character. Someone who's very manipulative and just a very unreliable narrator at times. We can't really believe everything this character says. History has taught us that. And there was some hints there that could have a double meaning, such as when Bray said that people were coming up to him, thanking him for saving them and showing them the way. That could have a double meaning. Maybe Bray is innocently referring to fans that reached out and thanked him for his work. Or, on the flip side, maybe Bray could be referring to some of the new recruits that he has in the process of bringing into the Wyatt Six. Maybe those people he was talking about were NXT and WWE superstars who want to follow him and let him really guide the way for them. So you can see how maybe even the good version of Bray is also hinting at things that could be on the way. The Uncle Howdy twisted version of Bray Wyatt obviously isn't hiding anything. He's plain evil, but the good version of Bray Wyatt is more hard to read. Is he truly being genuine and wholesome? Or is he hiding something much bigger and evil? That's the best part about Bray Wyatt's character and story. It can go in so many different directions that just generates all these ideas, theories, and discussions. So we'll have to wait and see where his story heads to next. The other big SmackDown story that continued recently was Karrion Kross versus Drew McIntyre. Kross had been locked in on Drew McIntyre since he returned back in August. Even while Drew McIntyre was in the middle of a feud with Roman Reigns, Kross was still there like a thorn in his side, bugging him non-stop. All of that led to their strap match at Extreme Rules, that Kross didn't win cleanly, but at the end of the day, he still won it. It was a big win for Kross to defeat the man that almost defeated Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE title just a few weeks back. So clean or not, it was still a great win for him to pick up. So coming off Extreme Rules, it was announced that Karrion Kross was one of the participants in the Fatal 4-Way to determine the #1 contender for the Intercontinental title. And when that match was announced, fans felt a bit weird about it because everyone thought Kross was getting built up for the main event picture to possibly take on Roman in the future. He just picked up a big win over a WWE former champion like Drew McIntyre. So how was he still only considered to be in the Intercontinental title range? Well, as it turns out, it was all part of the plan and part of the story. Kross was involved in a nasty car accident to start off SmackDown, and while he was being attended to, Drew McIntyre would run out from the background and attack Kross. The car accident and the attack from McIntyre caused Kross to be removed from the match, and Rey Mysterio took his place. So it just made sense for that to happen. No point in having Kross lose to Gunther if he's supposed to be facing Roman eventually. So they definitely dodged a bullet there. But back to the car accident. It's sort of heavily implied that Drew McIntyre was the one that crashed into Kross, but it wasn't specifically confirmed. So some fans are wondering if the actual car accident could have been someone else that hit Kross. Sure, McIntyre has serious issues with Kross, but a babyface ramming a car into a man and his wife still doesn't sound like the most heroic thing to do. And if it was in fact McIntyre behind the crash, he should face some sort of discipline within the storyline because that's still an insane thing to do. That's why if we do get the reveal later on that Drew McIntyre wasn't responsible for the car crash, that'll really take things for a big twist. Then the focus would be switched to finding out who actually rammed into Kross's car. Someone as crazy and twisted as Bray Wyatt definitely fits the description for someone who would actually do something like that. Kross has been lightly rumored to be connected to Bray Wyatt's new faction ever since the Hourglass started appearing in the White Rabbit teasers. But as of this very moment, Wyatt's new faction members are still a big mystery. Some fans think that Kross won't really fit into the group and deserves to be on his own instead of just a follower to Bray. So that's a good point as well. Kross and Scarlett can definitely carry themselves, but a partnership with Bray Wyatt would still be very interesting to see play out. But back to the crash. A babyface being responsible for that situation still just seems pretty insane. So we'll have to see if there's any big reveals and twists there with that car crash incident. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.